Good morning, children. This is mathematics class of grade 8, and today I will be discussing the test solutions of chapter number 9, algebraic expressions and identities. I hope you must have done well in your test. Let us see and understand the solutions of all questions in this lecture. Coming to section A, it consists of 1 mark questions. Question number 1 is a symbol which has a fixed value is called a constant. And dear children, you all know that a symbol which has fixed value is called a constant, like it can be 7, -3, 2 by 5. Likewise, these are all constants. And a symbol which can be given any numerical value is called a variable or literal. I hope this all you know. A symbol which can be given various numerical values. What do we call that symbol? It is called a variable. But a symbol which has a fixed value is called a constant. Question number 2 is degree of the polynomial. This is the polynomial given to you, and we need to find the degree of this given polynomial. And the options are 4, 5, 6 and 7. So here in this question number 2, we need to find the degree of the polynomial. And dear children, how do we find the degree of a polynomial? Basically, we need to take the sum of the powers of the variables in each term, and the greatest sum is the degree of the polynomial. So let us see. Basically, first of all, I am telling you the answer. Answer is D option, that is 7. But how? Let us see now. Let us understand how the answer is 7. I am solving term by term. I have taken all the terms separately, and then I will be taking the greatest sum, and that will be the degree. In this term, 7x square yz square, sum of powers of all the variables is 5. How? Power of x is 2, power of y is 1, z is 2, so it will be 2 plus 1 plus 2, so it will be 5. Now coming to next term, it is 6x cube y square z square, and here in this, what is the sum? Power of x is 3, power of y is 2, it will be 3 plus 2, and power of z is again 2, that will be 2. So it will be 7. So in this term, the sum of the powers is 7. In this term, it is 5. Let us talk about third term. In minus 5x, the power of x is 1. Simple as this. In the last term, it is 8y, the power of variable y is 1. So, highest power out of all these powers is 7 definitely. And the greatest sum gives us the degree of the polynomial. So, the degree of this polynomial is 7. So, for every term individually, you need to take the sum of the powers of the variables and check it out what is the highest sum after that, and then that will be the degree of the given polynomial. Now question number 3 is the literal coefficient of minus 9 xyz square is. We need to find the literal coefficient of this given term, and the options are A option minus 9, B option is xy, C option xyz square, D option is minus 9 xy. We need to tell the literal coefficient. So what will be the literal coefficient? This minus 9 is your numerical coefficient. Rest part is your literal coefficient. So your answer is C option, that is xyz square. Now question number 4 is add 15m minus 5m square and 6m square minus 13m. We need to add these two terms. So as I need to add, so I have included or written plus sign in between these two expressions. So what I have done, in place of and, I have written plus sign. These two are like terms. So I will be, after solving, I will be getting m, and 15m minus 13m, 15 minus 13 gives you 2, and m will remain as it is because these two are like terms. So your answer is m square plus 2m. Now question number 5 is find the product of 4m cube and minus 3m. In this, you need to take the product of these two terms. Here it is 4m cube into minus 3m. So first of all, what do I need to do? I need to multiply the numerical coefficients and then their literal coefficients, and then I will be getting the final answer. So what is the numerical coefficient of this term? 4. What is the numerical coefficient of this term? Minus 3. So it will be 4 into minus 3. Here multiplication sign will be there. Then the literal coefficient of first term is m cube. Literal coefficient of another term is m. So it will be m raised to the power 4. So your answer is minus 12 m raised to the power 4. Powers base is same. Here in this, powers will add up. Here the power of m is 1 and 3 plus 1, it will give you 4. So it will be m raised to the power 4. Now coming to section B, which consists of 2 marks questions. Question number 6 is using identities evaluate. I need to evaluate 104 square using identities. You cannot write the direct answer after multiplying 104 into 104. We need to use the identities for this. We have learned 4 identities. So accordingly, you need to find out which identity is to be used and solve it. So first of all, what do I need to do? I need to write 104 as 100 plus 4 square. So as it is square written over there, so it will be 100 plus 4 into 100 plus 4. So these are the steps basically, and we have to use basically the identities. Dear children, in this case, I have used the distributive law, but I can, as I need to use the identities, so what I will be doing, I know that a plus b square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a here is 100, that is 100. This is a plus b whole square. This side is given to us. I need to write down this side. So it will be a is equal to 100, b is equal to 4. So it will be 100 raised to the power 2 plus 4 square, or b square can be written after 2ab also, plus 2 into 100 into 4. So after solving, you will be getting the same answer. This method is also correct, but this is your distributive law. But as it is mentioned in this question that you are supposed to use the identities, so if identity is being mentioned, then you are supposed to use this method. Okay. Though I have shown you distributive law, that is also correct. You can also go with this method. But as this is identities is mentioned in the question, then you are supposed to use this identity. Simple as this. It will be a plus b whole square. First of all, write 104 as 100 plus 4 whole square. So it will be 100 plus 4 whole square is equal to 100 square plus 4 square, or plus 2ab. This term can be written before b square also. Plus it will be 4 square plus 2 into 100 into 4. So you will be getting 100 square will be 10,000. This will be what? 100 square. 4 square is 16. This is what? 2ab, that is 2 into 4, 8. 800. It will be, instead of this 4 plus 4, it will be 800. And your answer will be 10,816. I hope this is clear. I am repeating it. In this question, as identities word is mentioned, so you are supposed to use the identities. Otherwise, the method which I have shown on the slide, in this slide is also correct, and I have shown you both the methods basically. So identities method you will be using in this question. Question number 7 is subtract 3pq bracket p minus q from 2pq bracket p plus q. We need to subtract these two expressions, and first of all you need to solve these expressions individually. First of all you need to multiply these 3pq and p minus q. You need to multiply here also, and then you need to subtract. So let us see. I am solving all these two expressions separately, and then we will be subtracting. So what I have done, 3pq was written outside the bracket, and this is the rule that we need to multiply every term, each term of one polynomial with each term of the other polynomial. So 3pq into p, that will give you 3p square q, minus 3pq into q, that will give you minus 3pq square. Because here power of q is 1, so it will be q raised to the power 2. Here power of p is 1, so it will be p square. So after solving first expression, you will be getting 3p square q minus 3p q square. Let us solve second expression. After solving second expression, same way we need to multiply 2pq into p, that will give you 2p square q. 2pq into q, that will give you 2pq square. So now subtracting. I have used here column method. We need, in the column method, what do I need to do? Arrange the like terms in such a manner that they are one below the other. So this was the answer of second expression, and I need to subtract this expression from this, so I have written like this. And column method I am using, so like terms are written one below the other. Here the literal coefficient is p square q, so these are like terms. Here the literal coefficient is p q square, so these are like terms, so written one after the other. Now, as you all know that in subtraction we need to change the sign of each term to be subtracted. So it was plus, so I have written it minus. It was minus, so I have written plus. So after solving, you will be getting minus p square q plus 5p q square. Now coming to question number 8. Question number 8 is identify which of the following expressions are polynomials. If so, write their degrees. Dear children, as you all know that if the given expression is a polynomial, only then we are able to write the degree of that polynomial. But first of all, we need to identify as per the requirement of the question. So let us see every option one by one. So this is first option I am taking, 9x plus 3x, 3 over x plus 2. Here this is not a polynomial. Reason being, for an expression to be a polynomial, what is the requirement? The powers of the variables present in that particular term or each term should be non-negative integers. So here it can be written 3x raised to the power minus 1, which is a negative integer. So this is not a polynomial, and if it is not a polynomial, we will not be writing the degree. Coming to B, C and D parts or options, it is 3x plus 5. Whether it is a polynomial or not, first of all, find the number of terms. This is 3x is your first term, 5 is your second term. Two terms are there. What is the power of x? 1, which is a non-negative integer. So this is a polynomial. And what is the degree? Degree is 1. No variable is involved with this term. So highest power of the variable present in this expression is 1. So degree is 1. Now coming to C part, that is 2 over 3 z square plus 5z minus 1. Whether it is a polynomial or not. First of all, how many terms are there? This is your first term, 5z is the second term, minus 1 is the third term. So 3 terms are there. Now the powers of the variable we need to see. Here the power of z is 2, that is positive. Here second term power of z is 1, that is again positive. So it is definitely a polynomial. Now degree, how can we find the degree? Z in the power of z is in the first term is 2. Power of z in the second term is 1. And which one is the highest number? That is 2. So the degree is 2. Now coming to D part. How many terms are there? 1, 2 and 3. 3 terms are there. Now whether it is a polynomial or not, power of x and z are positive, so it is a polynomial. Here again these are non-negative integers, positive, so polynomial. So we can say that this is a polynomial. Now coming to degree part. Here in the first term the power of x is 1 and power of z is 2. So total is 2 plus 1, 3. In the second term the power of x is 2 and power of z is 1. So total is again 3 and these are equal, so the degree is 3. Coming to section C, it consists of 3 marks questions. Question number 9 is subtract 3a bracket a plus b plus c minus 2b bracket a minus b plus c from 4c bracket minus a plus b plus c. Now first of all, it is quite clear that we need to first of all solve these expressions and then I need to subtract it from the given expression after solving that particular also expression. So let us see the steps. These are the steps I am writing, showing the steps first and then I will be telling. First of all, I need to multiply 3a by every term which is present inside the bracket. 3a into a, 3a square, 3a into b, 3ab, plus 3a into c, plus 3ac, minus 2b into a, minus 2ba, minus 2b into b, plus 2b square, minus 2b into c, minus 2bc. Now rearranging the like terms. So 3a square, no term is there of a square whose little coefficient is a square, so it will be written all alone. 2b square all alone, 3ab and minus 2ba. These two are same, these two are like terms, not same, these are like terms. So after solving you will be getting plus ab. 3ac minus 2bc, these two are like terms. Sorry, these two are not like terms, so they will be written all alone. So after solving these two expressions, what you got? 3a square plus 2b square plus ab plus 3ac minus 2bc. Now I need to solve this expression also. So 4c into a minus 4ac, 4c into b plus 4bc plus 4c into c, that will be plus 4c square. Here children, 4bc or 4cb, these two are same. There is no difference between these two terms. So bc or cb, it is one and the same thing. Now we need to subtract. So subtracting the two expressions, as I need to subtract this expression from this one, so I have written this expression first minus this expression. As minus sign is there outside the bracket, so the sign of every term which is present here in this bracket will be changed. So this term is written as it is, minus 3a square, it was earlier plus, so minus 2b square, plus sign will be changed into minus ab, plus sign will be changed into minus 3ac, minus sign will be changed into plus 2bc. So now solving the like terms, rearrange the like terms and write them together. These two are like terms, these two are like terms, these are single terms, so they will be written at the end, or you can write them before also. So after solving you will be getting minus 7ac. After solving these two, minus 4 minus 3 will give you minus 7ac, 4 plus 2 6bc, 4c square minus 3a square minus 2b square minus ab, and you can rearrange or write them like this also. This is the answer, or it can be rearranged or rewritten like 3a square. These terms I have written first. I have written actually the answer in terms of a square, b square, c square, and then terms. 3 minus 3a square minus 2b square plus 4c square minus ab plus 6bc minus 7ac. Ideally the answer should be written like this, but if you are writing the answer this way, that is also correct. Question number 10 is add We need to simply add these two expressions, but again we need to solve them first and then add. Let us see the first expression steps. 4y is to be multiplied by 3y square. That will be 12y cube. Here the power of y is 1, power of y is 2. So it will be y cube. 2 plus 1 is 3. So y3 plus 4y into 5y. That will be giving you 20y square minus, because minus sign is there, 4y into 7 will give you minus 28y. This is what we have solved the first expression. Now solving the second expression, I am showing you the steps. It will be 2y cube, 2 into y cube, 2y cube, minus, 2 into minus 4y square, it will be minus 8y square, plus 2 into 5 is plus 10. So after solving first expression, this we got. After solving second expression, we got this. And now we need to add these two expressions. This is your equation 1. This is your 1. I am marking 1 and 2. It is not mandatory to do like this, but I am marking it for your own comfort. Okay. Now adding the two expressions, simply 12 plus 2, 14 y cube. Like terms I am needed to add. 20 minus 8, it will be 12y square. This is y and this is a constant term, so they will be written like this. So your answer is 14y cube plus 12y square minus 28y plus 10. This is your answer. Coming to section D, that consists of 4 marks questions. Simplify the expression x bracket x minus 3 plus 2 and find its value for first part, second part and third part. This is of 4 marks. So dear children, first of all you need to understand that if it is written simplify the expression, you need to first solve this expression and then keep on putting the values of x, y, x as 1 in second part, x as 0 and for third part x as minus 1, and you will be getting 3 different values because 3 different parts are there. So let us see now. First of all, solving the expression. How I have solved it? X into x, x square, minus x into 3, minus 3x, plus 2 will not be multiplied to x because it is written separately. It is not inside the bracket. So it will be x square minus 3x plus 2. Now it is very simple. Keep on putting the values of x and keep on getting the different values for answers. So for x is equal to 1, what I have done, this was the expression after solving. So it will be 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 2. So it will be 3 minus 3, that will be 0. So 2 plus 1 using board mass, you will be solving it. 3 minus 3 you will be getting as 0. Now coming to second part, it is 4x is equal to 0. You need to put x wherever x is present, put x is equal to 0. So it will be 0 square minus 3 into 0 plus 2. So 3 into 0 is 0, 0 square is 0. What you are left with? Plus 2. So plus 2 or 2 is the answer for second part. Now for third part, it is for x is equal to minus 1. Wherever x is present, I need to put x is equal to minus 1. So it will be minus 1 square minus 3 into minus 1 plus 2. Dear children, when you multiply minus 1 into minus 1, what you will be getting? Plus 1. So 1 minus 3 into minus 1, you will be getting plus 3. So plus 3 plus 2. So total you will be getting 6. So we got the 3 different answers for 3 different values of x. This is how you are supposed to solve this question. Question number 12 is using identities solve. Question number 12 has 2 parts. So let us begin with first part, that is 983 square minus 17 square. If you remember the identities, you need to find out which identity you are supposed to use. Then if you remember the identities, then only you will be able to do the same. Can I compare this whatsoever this is given to you? Can I compare this with this identity, that is a square minus b square? Yes, definitely it is. We will be using identity number. Which identity is this? This is identity number 3. We will be using identity number 3 where A is 983, B is 17. So let us see now. Here A is 983, B is 17. Using identity number 3, that is A square minus B square is equal to A plus B into A minus B. Dear children, this side may be given to you or this side may be given to you. If A square minus B square, this is given to you, you need to solve this side. Put the values on the right hand side. Here in this I have written in a different manner. So this is your left hand side here in this. It can be written this side also. It is one and the same thing. So it will be 983 plus 17 into 983 minus 17. So it will be 1000 into 966. So your answer will be this one. 966 into 1000, you will be writing 966. 3 zeros you will be writing at the end. It is very simple to multiply any number with multiples of 10. With the numbers where we have 10, 100, 1000 likewise. So coming to B part, here it is 501 into 502. And we cannot compare as you must have seen that identity number 1, 2 and 3. Using any of those 3 identities, we cannot solve this question. Because for identity number 1 and 2 and 3 as well, we want squares. So here what we are left with now, we are supposed to use identity number 4. And identity number 4 is x plus a into x plus b is equal to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Now let us see what are x, a and b. First of all, what I have done, I have written 501 into 502 as 500 plus 1 bracket 500 plus 2. So here it is quite obvious, if you will be comparing these two, you will come to know that x is 500. In place of x, 500 is written. In place of a, 1 is written. In place of b, 2 is written. So if this side is known to us, you will be writing or putting the values of x, a and b for this side on this side, and you will be getting 500 square plus a plus b into x. So 1 plus 2 into 500 plus a into b. So it will be 2,50,000 plus 1500 plus 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 into 5 is 5. 3 into 500 is 1500. So 1 plus 2, 3 into 500, 1500 plus 1 into 2 is 2. So you will be getting the answer as this. Simply after this step you need to add. So dear children, I hope you have understood all the questions. So your homework for today is, if you have done all the answers correctly, so then you can keep on completing your pending work if you have. Otherwise, you are supposed to show the correction work or do the correction work of this test. So your homework is to complete the test correction work of the test in your homework notebook. Thank you so much.